Okay, I'm joined here by manager Luke Garrard after a 3-1 loss here at Billericay Town. Luke, your thoughts on that one?
Can't shy away from the 3 goals. Spoke to the group just then about the importance of clean sheets and being a little bit more resilient, and especially in the manner in which we conceded the goals. From our poor decisions, our poor quality, I thought take the result away from it, the performance was really good. Up until the 18-yard box, some great pitches, some great movement off the ball, and we get into some real key areas, some promising attacks, and we're not clinical enough. And they have 3 chances this evening, they score 3 goals. And again, I say it that we have to be better when we're in possession of the ball. That's when we're going to be susceptible to the turnover, because we do jump out to quite an expansive start position, and people have got to understand that when people ain't an option for a pass, we've got to close the game down. But yeah, listen, there's a lot of positives in terms of performances. It's another building block to where we want to get to. My frustration, like I said to the group there, is take Luton and Watford out of the equation. We've conceded 5 goals in 2 games against the 21 side in Arsenal, and then 3 against Billericay tonight. And I said to you, as much as it's not about results, it's about performances, it's about getting minutes into the lads, it's also about building habits. And for me this evening, some of them habits need to improve. Like I said, we dwelled on the ball in the centre of the park for Charlie O'Connell's. Femi lacklustre in terms of his touch and he turn it over. And Ashmore, obviously in the first half, with probably taking too long on the ball to play out. And they're 3 things that can be eradicated, and we'll look at it, we'll watch it, some real pleasing things, some real positive stuff, but for me, we need to be clinical. We played a team last year that was in the National League in Aldershot, and we were dominant in possession, we were dominant in the game, good yardage, and they were clinical with 2 finishes. And I said to the group then, when you go up a level and you go into the National League, you may only get 3 opportunities to score 1. Teams will put you to the sword, and we see that this evening with the 3 goals we conceded.
Yeah, and obviously it's still some good minutes in the legs of the lads, but is that your biggest frustration, not putting Billericay to the sword tonight?
Yeah, listen, I have to say I felt some of the bits that we were working on were playing out, and they were playing out really, really well. It's just, for me, it's, if we're going to be a ball-based team, we want to be dominant, we've got to understand that when we're in possession of it, that's probably going to be when we're at our weakest. We can't give the ball away and risk it in certain areas, and we spoke to the group about it, because we are expansive. You've got centre halves rolling into an outside centre half position, you've got centre midfielders dropping under the ball, and we need to nail that, because too often in the last 2 or 3 games they're going through the middle of the pitch. And I thought our reactions in the first half were excellent. I thought our regains in the first half were excellent, even to the extent where we started the second half really, really well, and then they go and get a goal against the run of play. And it's stuff that we can affect, and it's stuff that we can be better at. But there were some real positives, I have to say that, some real positives, but when we're entering the final third as much as we did, we're not showing that clinicality. We need to get them runs, we need to lock the back post off. Clay's put an absolute goal ball in latter stages of the game, and it's only Junior in there. We've got to get bodies in and around it. And these are all things that we'll address and go through. I'll watch it back tomorrow and we'll go through it with the group on Thursday. But my main concern is making sure that we don't get above our station in terms of this is what we are as a team, and we'll relent all the other duels and responsibilities of what it looks like being a dominant side with and without the ball. So that's my job. But yeah, listen, good minutes into the boys. We're building a few nicely. Like, I thought Erica was excellent this evening. Thought we had a great game, especially in the first half, and obviously limited into another 15 in the second half. But yeah, there's some positives that we'll draw upon, but things that we definitely need to improve on.
Another positive, Aaron Henry. A few words on the way in which he opened his account for the club.
But it takes a worldie. We entered the final third a hell of a lot this evening, getting into the areas that we're trying to work on, and we're not picking out bodies, and we're isolating the lone striker. We're not getting enough numbers in with him. So as much as it's a great finish, and I just said it to the group then, it takes us to score a worldie, and it takes them 3 breakaways and being clinical. We created a lot of opportunities tonight. We broke into some real good areas, but again, decision making or final third quality was lacking, and that's, for me, needs to improve, and we need to be better. But again, Aaron Henry, that's what he has in abundance. You can see it in him in terms of his passing range, and you get him around that second 18-yard box, he's lethal. So yeah, buzzing for Aaron. I thought at times he had a real good game. He's got a good relationship with Charlie O'Connell, but they got to be less toothless and more robust through the middle of the pitch.
Thank you very much.